Betar US, the American chapter of a global ultra-Zionist terrorist organization that virtually and physically harasses pro-Palestinian advocates across the United States, traces its roots to some of the most radical Zionist groups banned in the US for terrorism. Over the past 18 months, since the launch of the genocidal war against Palestinians in the Gaza Strip, Betar US has come under increased media scrutiny for its aggressive tactics against pro-Palestinian protesters, both on the streets and across social media platforms. Its recent activities, including hate speech, doxing, bounties, and vigilante threats, have drawn condemnation from pro-Palestinian groups and even mainstream Jewish organizations, fueling calls for American authorities to ban the group. Little has been written, however, about the past of Ron Torosian, the current leader of Betar US, who re-established the group as a reincarnation of the banned Kahanist movement, and who maintains long-standing ties to Israel's Likud party and the incumbent American president. Alright, so let's dive into the Zionist terrorist movement. This topic is quite complex, but we'll try to break it down. Now let's talk about Betar. Betar US is actually a branch of the Betar movement, which is, well, a terrorist organization. It's inspired by European fascism and is based on the most radical and fascist ideas of Zionism. The movement was founded way back in 1923 in Riga, Latvia, by Vladimir, also known as Zeev Jabotinsky. He's a key figure in revisionist Zionism. Jabotinsky aimed to establish what he called a Jewish state on both banks of the Jordan River. He promoted ideas of militarism, immigration to the occupied Palestine, and maximal territorial expansion, all without any regard for the indigenous Palestinians. The movement was named after its inspirer, Brit Yosef Trumpeldor, or Joseph Trumpeldor, who was an early Zionist settler. Trumpeldor died in 1920 while fighting local Arab resistance forces in northern Palestine. Interestingly, besides being an acronym for Trumpeldor, Betar is also the name of the last Jewish fortress that fell to the Romans during a revolt in the 2nd century. Quite a history, isn't it? Within 10 years of its founding, Betar had 70,000 members, with 40,000 in Poland, where it was most successful due to Europe's largest Jewish population. Its activities included military drilling and facilitating the illegal immigration of tens of thousands of European Jews to Palestine, defying British quotas. In Palestine, Betar members joined the Irgun, a Zionist terrorist group, engaging in guerrilla tactics of sabotage and assassination against British forces and terrorist attacks on Arab civilians. After the Nakba of 1948 and the realization of the Zionist plan, Betar's role gradually declined, and its membership decreased from a peak of 90,000 to less than 10,000 by the 1960s. Betar, however, produced prominent Israeli right-wingers, including Prime Ministers Menachem Begin and Yitzhak Shamir, War Minister Moshe Aarons, Minister Tzipi Livni, and current UN Ambassador Danny Danon. Benzion Netanyahu, father of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, was Jabotinsky's aide. Betar's militaristic right-wing ideology shaped the Israeli Likud party and other far-right movements in the Zionist entity, which helped in consolidating occupation and apartheid. The Betar movement, led by Vladimir Zeev Jabotinsky, changed Zionism and therefore changed the history of the Jewish people. I continue to put forth its basic principles and convictions. Netanyahu, who heads the Likud party, was once quoted as saying, Betar members also included Meir Kahane, a notorious American-Israeli rabbi, founder of the terrorist group Jewish Defense League, JDL, and the Israeli political party Kach, convicted of multiple terrorist acts on the soil of the United States. He is the ideologue of the eponymous Kahanism, a chauvinist movement that advocates the total segregation of Jews and non-Jews in occupied Palestine, with the latter's subordinate status offering the choice of slavery or deportation. Modern Betar and its branches have embraced many of the ideas, methods, and slogans of Kahanism and the JDL, including slavery or deportation blackmail for pro-Palestinian American students.